Hey everyone, Garbage here. So, reloading in first-person shooters. It seems like a pretty simple, maybe mundane mechanic, and yet it's surprisingly controversial, and so let's talk about that. I've been playing first-person shooters pretty much all of my life, whether it's GoldenEye 64, Halo Combat Evolved, or these days it's Apex Legends, Overwatch, maybe a little bit of Call of Duty. And the one thing that all of these games have in common is that when you run out of bullets in your magazine, you have to reload. And so for me, reloading has always just been a part of first-person shooters. But recently I learned that there's a large group of gamers out there who grew up on video games where reloading wasn't necessarily a standard feature. I'm talking about games like Quake and Doom and Duke Nukem. These days we call them boomer shooters. And in these games, instead of a magazine, each gun has an ammo pool. And so long as you have ammo in that pool, you can continue to shoot that gun indefinitely without having to reload. And so it turns out that not only is reloading not necessarily a core part of what makes a first-person shooter, there's actually a lot of people out there who hate reloading. But why? I think it has something to do with pacing. If you look at any kind of gameplay footage from Quake or Doom, you'll see that it's very fast-paced. The player moves fast, the guns hit hard. The core gameplay in Quake is basically bunny hopping around the map at lightning speed, killing and shooting enemies, rocket jumping, picking up more ammo off the floor, and basically doing it all over again without stopping. And so there's a nice flow to these old school shooters where you're just getting non-stop action. Whereas in other games where you do have to reload, you shoot, you maybe get a kill or two, then you run out of ammo and so you have to duck behind cover, start a reload, wait for the animation to finish, and then you can come out of hiding and look for more enemies, and so it's a slower, more deliberate playstyle. Even games like Apex Legends, which is known for its fast movement-based gameplay, is pretty slow compared to the likes of Quake and Doom because you're constantly having to disengage from fights, to reload and heal, reposition, and so you can't quite have that pure run and gun experience that boomer shooters provide. And again, I grew up with reloading, and so I don't mind the slower pace, but I can definitely see the appeal of not having to reload. In Apex, you have a gun called the L-Star, which doesn't have a traditional magazine, and instead it has an ammo pool similar to a boomer shooter, and so you can just keep shooting it as long as you have ammo in the pool. Now, there is an overheat mechanic, so you can't just shoot endlessly, but it's pretty similar. And it's not the best gun in the game, but it's fun to use because you can be super aggressive with it. You generally don't have to worry about reloading, and so you can just chase enemies down, shoot them, and it's just a whole lot of fun in moderation. So then why is reloading so common these days? Well, I don't think that there's any real reason for it other than that reloading is just kind of in vogue right now and people are looking for a slightly more realistic experience. I don't think there's any real reason why we can't see more boomer shootery types of mechanics return sometime in the future. I mean, we have a bunch of indie games that are inspired by games like Quake and Doom, and then you've got Doom Eternal, which continues the tradition that it started, and who knows, maybe one day we'll see a return of the non-reloading guns that we used to have in the past. And so I'm kind of curious. Do you like reloading or do you not like reloading? Do you wish that there were more games like Quake and Doom coming out now, or do you think it's something best left in the past? Feel free to let me know your thoughts down in the comments below. Anyways, thanks for watching. Like, subscribe, and bell for more gaming related content. I also stream on this channel. I'm trying to be a bit more regular about it. Links to my Discord and Twitter down below. And as always, have a nice day.